Hey y'all. So y'all remember that song? Play. Come on, DJ, play that song. You know it turns me on. Just turn it up and turn it on with JLO. I love that song. It looks like she won't be turned on because no one will be playing her songs between costume changes, between sets, on a stage, none of that. Because according to page 6, heartsick Jennifer Lopez canceling tour to spend time with kids amid Ben Affleck split speculation. Now I need to go ahead and just say before I get into the article, I believe it was because of low ticket sales, but let's get into it. Jennifer Lopez is canceling her tour to spend more time with her family and is heartsick over the decision to pull the plug, the singer announced Friday, which is today. Sources said Lopez, 54, was canceling the tour due to a sensitive time in her personal life, as she and husband Ben Affleck are said to be headed toward a split. We hear that Lopez was sending a special message to her fans via her on the JLO newsletter Friday, telling them of canceling the tour. I am completely heartsick and devastated about letting you down. She also said, please know that I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel it was absolutely necessary. I promise I will make it up to you and we will all be together again. I love you all so much. Until next time. Representatives for Live Nation announced that this summer tour, This Is Me Live, was canceled, saying in a statement, Jennifer is taking time off to be with her children, family, and close friends. Sources insisted that pulling the plug was not due to poor ticket sales, but rather for personal reasons and wanting to be with her kids. The U.S. tour was rebranded in April after it had initially been called This Is Me Now, after Lopez's latest album, in which she sang about her journey to rekindle love with Affleck. The star's 9th studio album made a debut on the Billboard 200 at number 38. But sources said there have been a recent uptick in concert sales, and that some markets were performing well, including sales in cities such as Newark, which had 92% of seats sold, and Toronto with 86% of seats, plus markets like Orlando, Miami, Rosemont, and Anaheim. Sources pointed out that her new Netflix movie, Atlas, was a hit for the streamer. Lopez was spotted earlier this month in good spirits, headed to rehearsals for the show as rumors of a split with Affleck swirled. Lopez has 16-year-old twins, Max and Emmy, with ex Mark Anthony. So she's canceling the tour, not due to low ticket sales. It was doing good in markets in Newark, Toronto, and markets like Orlando, Miami, Rosemont, and Anaheim. But she wants to concentrate on spending time with her kids and her family and loved ones. I honestly hope that's the case. I truly hope that's why she's canceling for her sake, I guess. I mean, I was going to say I don't care. Not that I don't care. I just kind of sort of don't, but I don't want to see anybody. I don't know though, because some of the stuff we've been hearing for years about JLo. I know I've heard stories of people who have met her. She wasn't very nice. But then again, I heard a story of someone who met her and she was nice. So it never impresses me when I hear people say, or makes me think, oh, wow, when I hear somebody say, I met a celeb and she was nice and they were nice and he was nice. Or like when Ellen DeGeneres, when all that stuff was coming out about Ellen not being mean, when Ellen being mean to her employees and other celebrities like Kevin Hart and other people were saying she's nice. Of course, she's going to be nice to y'all. Of course, although we know that there are celebs that are rude and don't care, I do think a lot of celebs are nice to their fans, even if they're not necessarily nice in real life. I think some of them are aware enough to know, hey, these are my fans and I'm nice. So again, I know that there's some that just don't care. Oh, y'all, money is coming. Are y'all getting ready to send me super thanks or cash apps or something? Is that why am I itching? No, but seriously, I do know that there are celebs that don't care, but either way, but we also know that there are celebs that do put on a kind, nice face when they're out with their public because they recognize these are my fans. So I don't know. I hope whatever it is, she I'll put it like this, in the words of Melody Cherie, God bless you on your journey, JLO. Let's say it like that. Next up, Michael Jackson. We just talked about Michael and him being a womanizer. Oh, at least that's what his bodyguard said. But let's get into something else. According to page 6, Michael Jackson's kids cut off from receiving any money from his trust until a state and IRS settle dispute. Michael Jackson's kids won't be seeing his money anytime soon. Prince, 27, Paris, 26, and is that Biggie Jackson or B-I-G-I Jackson, 22? Is that the one that they called Blanket? Along with the late King of Pop's mother, Catherine, 94, have been cut off from receiving money from his trust until his estate and IRS settle a years-long dispute, per court documents obtained by People on Thursday. Following a tax audit, the estate was issued a note of deficiency, alleging the estate undervalued its assets and owed $700 million in taxes and penalties. According to the filing, the estate argued against the findings in tax court and won in 2021. So they're saying that, hey, the estate said this is not true. We don't believe this. They argued, went to court, and they won in 2021. The estate has since filed a motion for the value of the Thriller singer's music catalog, known as MIJAC, M-I-J-A-C, I guess standing for Michael Jackson, to be reconsidered. The request is still pending, which means the estate's value has yet to be finalized for tax purposes. After the value of the estate is determined, the estate and IRS will have to approve the value of the deduction in order for the final ruling to be made, the documents state. As the battle continues, attorneys requested a portion of Michael's estate be distributed to the Michael Jackson Family Trust, according to the outlet. However, the request was denied because executors argued that they can't possibly determine what amount could be safely distributed at this time. Executors further suggested that the estate provide for Michael's children and mother through the family allowance, per the docs. The ruling comes months after Sony Music Group finalized a deal in February to purchase half of Michael's music catalog for at least $600 million. Meanwhile, BG, his youngest, has also been involved in an ongoing dispute with his grandmother, Catherine, after she attempted to use money from the estate to pay legal fees for undisclosed court battles. Y'all, so they're saying that the estate undervalued what it's worth, and the IRS came back and said, no, we think you undervalued it, and now you owe approximately $700 million. And the estate is like, no. So they are trying to work all of that out. Man, I hope they get that figured out, because that is a big old debt. Next, so y'all remember the bodyguard or security guard that Kelly Rowland had to check, and then someone else, another, I believe, I don't know if the other woman was an actress. She had on a gown, and on her train, at the end was a picture of Jesus, and she was trying to show it on the steps, and the same security woman she kind of got into like a little slight back and forth with her, and she was rushed along. Well, another person has come out. Ukrainian, according to page 6, Ukrainian model Sawa, S-A-W-A, and I'm just going to say her last name begins with the letter P. So Sawa P claims infamous Cannes Film Festival security guard brutally restrained and dragged her. Ukrainian model Sawa P claimed a Cannes Film Festival security guard brutally restrained her as she walked on the red carpet and tried to enter the theater at this year's event, according to a new lawsuit. In an interview with BBC News, Sawa, who was at the star-studded event as a presenter for Fashion TV, said she filed a legal complaint against Cannes organizers over the alleged assault at the Marcelo Mio premiere. Sawa claimed that the female security guard, who also clashed with Kelly Rowland and Maceo Tavares, locked her in a bear hug at the top of the festival staircase. I'm not quite sure how to say the official name. I was trying to escape from this lock. I went down and I started to run away on the steps because it was the way back out, she told the outlet. She was trying to push me inside so nobody can see what she's doing to me. Then she kicked me out through the back door. Footage of Sawa's heated exchange with the staffer went viral on TikTok, racking up millions of views. In the clip, the female security guard can be seen attempting to drag the model inside while having her arms around her before the pair exchange words on the nearly empty red carpet. Sawa then crouches near the ground to break free from the usher before she is met with 3 men. Sawa is accusing the festival of physical assault and psychological damage and is seeking over $108,000 in damages. In her legal complaint, she alleged that the staffer's physical force caused her acute pain and psychological trauma. I always dreamed of getting into Cannes Film Festival, she said on Wednesday on Instagram, but then I was shocked about the rudeness and unreasonable use of physical force, which I experienced on the red carpet with other international stars. Cannes allowed the guards to use physical force on the red carpet guests. Page Six has reached out to the Cannes Film Festival for comment. The same staffer, so it's the same lady in all 3 cases with Kelly Rowland, Maciel Tavares, and now Sawa P. It's the same one. And she has not been named. Previously made headlines again for rushing Kelly Rowland and Maciel Tavares off the red carpet, as well as clashing with K-pop star Yuna. So actually, it's been 4: Kelly Rowland, Maciel Tavares, Sawa P, and she clashed with K-pop star Yuna. When the same happened to Rowland earlier this month, the former Destiny's Child member made headlines for scolding the usher ahead of the Marcelo Mio premiere. While there's been no official word from the festival about the repeated controversies with the same security person, the unidentified staffer has been defended by one of her colleagues via the Daily Mail. She was an usher working under a lot of pressure to keep people on the carpet moving so as to stop crowds building up, the unnamed coworker told the outlet. There was no pushing or shoving or scolding. Mind you, they have the TikTok footage. Okay. Security and safety are the priorities, along with keeping to strict timetables set according to contracts. Even the celebrities have to stick to the rules. I do get that, but it does seem like changes need to be made then, because you have 4 different people that this security person got into some type of altercation with. So I get that you have strict timetables, things have to be done in decency and order. Conversations need to be had, though, because that is, to me, again, I don't work for Cannes, wasn't there, would like to go to a festival, maybe, I don't know, because I'm not a movie person, though. I'm really not a movie person. Like, I'll watch them, but it's really not my thing. But for me, outside looking in, it's like the one security person got into it with 4 different women that involve like physical touch. So I'm sorry, 3 different women she touched on. The other one she got into, she just got, I guess, into it with her. So I don't know. We'll see. I wonder if her name will be released. Well, of course it will. I'm surprised the internet hasn't done its thing yet and got her name, social security number, her blood type, how many kids she has, if any, all that, her partner's name, where she went to elementary school, college, who her favorite teacher is, and what her favorite color is. But I'm sure all of that is coming. Moving on, let's talk about Miss Meg Thee Stallion. So we remember that an ex-photographer of Meg's was suing her for a bunch of different things, harassment and labor code violations. Well, her attorneys respond. May 30th, 2024. Meg Thee Stallion's legal team has issued a formal denial of her ex-cameraman Emilio Garcia's allegations of harassment and labor code violations. In a new court filing obtained by Rolling Stone and Billboard, lawyers Mari Henderson and Alex Spiro said Garcia's lawsuit consists almost entirely of falsehoods, misrepresentations of fact, and outlandish claims that have no basis in fact or law and no merit. If that wasn't strong enough, they went on to describe him as a con artist who is manipulating the judicial system to act as his publicist and bullhorn in a desperate attempt to boost his failed singing career. Child, the man wanted to be a singer? The lawyers claim that Megan fired Garcia in June 2023 because he had a pattern of falsifying invoices, overcharging for services he didn't complete, and asking for reimbursement for purchases he didn't make. Allegedly, Garcia, mad about losing his job, then filed his factually and legally frivolous lawsuit. His complaint includes allegations that he was not paid commensurately, was fat shamed and berated by Megan, and was forced to watch her have sex in a moving vehicle. Megan's lawyers are suggesting that Garcia took a run-of-the-mill wage and labor dispute and trumped up his frivolous claims with sensational false allegations of sex, debauchery, and workplace harassment for the sole purpose of creating a media firestorm to tarnish Megan's career and reputation. Garcia's lawyer, Ron Zambrano, issued a statement describing the filing as another attempt by another celebrity to shame the victim and shift blame from their own abhorrent behavior. Zambrano also claimed that Megan did not bring up issues about invoices or charges until after Garcia sued. Her attorneys are correct. Our client is angry, but not by being so-called exiled from the inner circles of stardom. He's angry because of how he was treated, the statement concluded. Megan Thee Stallion broke the law, period. No one is lying here but her. So I guess they've taken this all the way. So I guess we shall see how this plays out and see if she'll have the same type situation that Lizzo had, where eventually, I believe, some of them either dropped the complaints against her by former dancers were either dropped or dismissed. I'm not sure exactly which one. I know I just read about it like this month, but I wonder if Meg's will go the same way, or will it go to trial, or will she settle it out of court? We shall see. And this last story I wanted to talk to y'all about, y'all remember the big story about Scott Peterson and Lacey and how he was convicted of taking her out along with their unborn child. Well, there is an update. You know, he's always maintained his innocence all these years later. Scott Peterson's final hope. Judge rules one piece of evidence will be retested for DNA and wife Lacey's being taken out. This is according to Radar Online. Scott Peterson faced a new hurdle this week in his bid to be retried for the 2002 unaliving of his pregnant wife, Lacey Peterson, after claiming that new evidence proved he was innocent. RadarOnline.com can reveal Peterson has been in prison serving a life sentence without parole since his conviction in 2004 for the unaliving of Lacey, 27, and their unborn son, Connor. Lacey was 8 months pregnant when she was unalived, and the local medical examiner was unable to determine a cause of death due to the condition of the body when it was found in the San Francisco Bay, a mile away from her son's fetus. Peterson was arrested days after her body was found and was initially sentenced to death, but a court resentenced him to life without parole in 2021. As RadarOnline.com reported, the Los Angeles Innocence Project took on the notorious case this past January, claiming new evidence supported the defendant's long-standing denial of guilt. The nonprofit also argued his constitutional rights were violated during the initial trial. After his legal team requested that more than a dozen pieces of evidence be retested for DNA, San Mateo County Judge Elizabeth M. Hill ruled in a crucial development this week that only one single item would be reanalyzed, a piece of duct tape found with Lacey's body, the Los Angeles Times reported on Thursday. The 15-inch piece of tape was stuck to the right leg of Lacey's pants, and a DNA test in 2013 yielded no definitive results. Peterson's lawyers noted that a section of the duct tape that was folded over onto itself underwent DNA testing, and the presence of human DNA was found, but no DNA profile could be obtained. But Judge Hill said in her ruling that advances in technology may reveal new information, calling it a no-brainer. During the initial trial, Scott's attorney, Mark Garagos, suggested Lacey's death may have been linked to a burglary near the couple's Modesto home. Peterson's lawyers claim that a blood-stained mattress was found in a burned-out stolen van that was used in the burglary. The LA Innocence Project was pushing for the court to allow DNA testing of the mattress, claiming the owner of the van said that it hadn't been in the vehicle before it was swiped. The judge denied this request, arguing that testing of the item in 2012 turned up no results. The court will discuss how it will order the new evidence to be reanalyzed at a hearing scheduled in July. So they're going to allow the retesting of this piece of duct tape that was on her pants to see, I guess, with the progression of technology, if anything can be picked up. Now, I'm wondering if nothing can be detected, or if they detect DNA and it's not his, will he then be exonerated? I'm just wondering how this is going to go. So we will keep an update on this. Again, the hearing will be in July to determine how the retesting of that piece of tape fits into the case. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Also, let me know what you think about Megan's response to the gentleman filing a lawsuit against her. What do y'all think about this security person who had 4 run-ins at the Cannes Film Festival, Michael Jackson and his estate being undervalued, which has now caused for the ceasing of payments made to his children and his mother? And Jenny from the block is going to be on the block in her neighborhood and not on tour. Let me know what y'all think about it all. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.